Don't mind my t-shirt.
Oh gosh, you're fine. All righty. So we are recording. I wanted to go over a few things, including some of the resources we have on Facebook and Facebook groups. I think April just said she added you, Miranda, and Mom or Deb. I know you are in them already too. So we'll just go over kind of how to utilize them and what kind of things you can find in them and where. And then we'll just kind of talk about kind of how to get started.
Are you going to name the group specifically so we know, like?
Yes, and I'm going to screen record too.
Okay.
So the first one I'm going to go to is Bravenly Nation. Get rid of these chats that don't need to be up. Oops. Can you guys see my Facebook right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to go to Bravenly Nation. This is my like big go-to one, if it works. Okay. Because this has like all of the good pertinent information, and it looks a little bit different if you see it on your phone, but it's all generically or pretty much the same information. So if you go to move my thing here, if you go to this little
search,
yes, I want to call it a microphone, but it's definitely not a microphone. Magnifying glass, and you can search anything. So say you wanted to find out more about the Founding Brand Partner Club. Click search, and you can find a lot of information. Ashley just did a live the other day about the program because it's closing this month. At the end of the month, it's done. You can search for information on Calm, maybe. And this will bring you to the graphics page or the graphics resources, and it'll tell you all about Calm. So this is just a good, I mean, your uplines are always willing to help you, but if you can go here first and just search and see if you can't find it in there first, it's a little bit easier on everybody. Okay. And you can also go into more and then media and albums. And then you'll see the albums for my go-to are always the products, because in each one of these, it'll have, this is my handy dandy thing. It tells you the prices, kind of, it just is like a good rundown of each product. And I can, if someone's interested in it, I want to know how much it is and what it does or the ingredients, I can just go grab this image and send it to them. This one specifically, I would not post on my social media because it says the prices right there, which people have different opinions on it, but I like to talk price in my inbox. I'd rather talk about the benefits and show them the value of it first, so they don't have sticker shock and run away because our premium is $50. So and then all of these pictures you guys are welcome to use.
And this is different than the media template that I saw previously, right?
I think so.
The graphics.
Yep.
The graphics. Yep. Okay.
Yes, and we'll go to that one next. This one also has good resources, frequently asked questions and info. A lot of stuff is just in albums. There's another good one. Month-end tips and tasks, or tasks and tips. There's, what's what I was looking for? Events will always be in here. This is a good one. So first post for social media. And if you click, obviously the picture shows you kind of what's in each one. But if you were going to do your first announcement post, you click on it, and then in the description over here, or the comments over here, kind of just different ideas that you could post about it for each thing. So that's pretty much how the albums work, where it's a picture of something, and then here's some scripts that you can use to talk to a potential ambassador. These are in the comments up at the top of them. So lots of goodies in there to dig through. Of course, there's also in Bravenly Nation, this one is called the guides. I don't know why it's called units on my phone, but it's guides on my computer. And this is just like our training modules. So
Okay.
nothing you need to go through from day one, but when you have some downtime and you just feel like strengthening your Bravenly brain, I guess you can go through these
Mhm.
units. So those are pretty handy because there's like a done box. So you can always just go right where you left off to.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll go to Bravenly brand partner graphics. And this one is really just for pictures. So a little bit, I always compare Bravenly Nation pictures are like informational kinds of pictures.
Okay.
Bravenly graphics is like pictures of products. And sometimes I prefer this over the information just because, again, I just like to talk about I like to talk about the perks in my posts or stories and then have a conversation about, the information, the ingredients, the benefits, the price, our ambassador program. So in here, in all of these albums, there's, for the different products. Some of them are just some backgrounds you can play with if you wanted to make your own stories or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's a fun one. And then the other one is Bravenly Insiders, and you may or may not already be in here depending on how you started. But this is, we call it our ATM group for add, tag, and message. So when you're talking to somebody who's interested and wants to learn more, this is an option that they can choose to find out more. Some people don't want the video. Some people don't want to hop on the phone, or some people want all three. They just want to find out all the information. And you can add them to this group. Just click invite. It will ask them who invited them. And then there's a couple admins. I'm one of them who has to approve them. It's pretty much, we stop people from mass inviting. So don't just go in here and invite everybody on your friends list. We want to make sure that you're actually having the conversation with them first and they're expecting an invite to this group. And then you can tag them in this welcome post, or if there's something specific you guys were talking about, let's just say you talked about burn. So you can tag them in this post about burn. But this has all the information about Bravenly, how much to start, some product reviews, and we try to keep it updated, but this isn't, I don't even think Calm's in here yet, so it's not really the best, but it's a good option for people that want to check it out. I think we do have a Rise Up group, but nothing's really in it, so I don't know that. This is like, so Nikki Van Timmeren is our direct to corporate sponsor. And she's my direct upline. So this is Nikki's group. Right now Bravenly has 2 direct to corporate legs. Nikki is one and Jacqueline Walker is the other. So anybody that's on Nikki's organization, it would be considered Team Rise Up. And so we can all be in here, and she just has different things, some promotion, some incentives, some recognition in here. It's usually pretty quiet though. Or maybe it's just quiet to me because I didn't even see these posts. So maybe I haven't.
Maybe you're not getting all the notifications.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I think that's about it for the groups. So when you get your kit in the mail, you will get a little booklet called the Bravenly book. I think we joke and call it the Bravenly Bible, but it will have like step-by-step instructions, kind of how to start. It'll have some write-ups on, your goals, what you'd like to see, like short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, and a list that you can start making a list of names. We call it like a hundreds list. And that's really key, is really just thinking of names, not prejudging people. Think of people that would be like, we call it like your chicken noodle soup list, like people that you would call if you were sick and needed someone to bring you chicken noodle soup, or some people you would invite to a baby shower or your wedding or what have you. Coworkers, friends and family, and friends of family, kids, friends, parents, coaches, whatever. Just some, these are just some like mind joggers to spew the names out there. Don't even think about what they'd be interested or not interested in yet. It's so easy for us to prejudge people and say, yeah, they probably wouldn't really be interested. It's okay. Just write their names down. And then once you have that list down, then we kind of sort it out by, then we start kind of thinking of what they, would they be interested in a certain product? Would maybe they want this business? And sometimes we just have to think of, if you could pick anybody in the world to do this business with you, who would it be? Our first goal is to get our success steps, we call them. We're just updated. So April, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, or Chelsea, I see you're on here too. It's now I can't even remember. It was 3 and 4.
Isn't it 2 and 2?
I think it's 2 and 2. We'll say 2 and 2. 2 ambassadors and 2 brand partners.
2 and 4.
Yeah, maybe it was 3 and 4. Now it's 2 and 4. 4 ambassadors and 2 brand partners. So either way, and you're just going to get there by talking to people. And I have heard so many times people say they don't want to bug people. They figure if I'm posting about it, they see my post. If they were interested, they would reach out. And that's a big mistake, because they see it, or maybe they kind of see it, but they're not really paying attention to your post. Or maybe they think, well, if she wanted me to do it with her, she would have asked me by now, and she didn't ask me. So, so really it's not going to hurt just to ask, to put it out there. And if people say no, that's okay. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to themselves. And Ashley, I laugh because Ashley always compares it to like the waitress at the restaurant who always goes by and asks people if they want a water refill or a warm up on your coffee. If you say no, she's not going to go home and cry because 10 people told her no today. She just moves on with her day and fills the next cup up. So, and also because when people say no, it's more or less like a not now, because they're unsure of themselves, of the company, maybe not sure how sincere you are of it. But now that you've planted that seed, they're going to be watching you, and we can go back and water that seed every now and again. And just, even that your post, them seeing your post is kind of watering that seed. And it'll come around, whether it's an ambassador or a brand partner or just someone who cheers you on, and we accept them all around here.
Look at April. April eventually broke me down.
Yeah,
Go
exactly. Go April.
Yes, exactly.
So she
She tried
watered
to get rid of the husband, and it was fine.
That's funny. I love it. So of course, I mentioned the Founding Brand Partner program when we were looking through the information, and that is a program that's going to end at the end of this month. So we're running out of time, but that is 1 brand partner, 1 ambassador, and 1,000 in volume between yourself and your customers before the end of the month, which seems like a very short time, but it's very possible if you want it. And with that, the biggest thing, you do get a $50 product credit when you hit it, or not when, but at the end of this month, when they close it all out, they're going to do that. A postcard, special recognition. But the biggest part of that is just knowing that you were a part of Bravenly's history at the very, very beginning. I was just on a call with the 2 other VPs that will be at conference or at launch this weekend, because we were asked to talk about it a little bit at the Founding Partner Gala. And I never know how to say it. And we were just talking about how special it is, the opportunity that we have to earn it, but then knowing that we were one of the first people to see the vision and earn this title that will forever be part of Bravenly. So it's just really cool. And then the other, April just earned it. So kudos to April. Good work. The other thing I really want to stress is that when you feel stuck or need help or don't know how to respond, reach out, reach up, send screenshots, because everybody is willing to help, whether it's your direct upline, a couple uplines, sidelines, downlines. Screenshots are very helpful because not only can the person you're asking for help kind of just see the conversation, but perhaps it's something that you're saying or not saying that we could kind of help say, well, maybe I would say this differently, or maybe add this, or maybe just next time, maybe I would just say this a little bit differently. And so we can kind of help for that conversation and for future. So as hard as it is and awkward as it is, even for myself, it took me forever to break that down and finally get the courage to send a screenshot to Nikki. But it's made a world of difference in how I message people now. So it's definitely beneficial to do that. So don't hesitate to reach out and just plug in. Obviously you guys are on this call, so that's a huge step. But when there is, even if you can't get on a live training, if you can watch something afterwards or message your upline and say, hey, I missed out on that. Can you just give me like a summary of what I missed? Because I know time, not everyone has all day like I do. I'm a stay-at-home mom and both girls are in school. So I do have a lot of time. Usually. Right now it's not so much because I'm moving, but I always try to kind of fill in. I really do encourage people to get on live because April, you can probably agree. There's just so much more, commentary and people in the chats and just excitement when it's live. And if you watch the replay and you missed it all, you're just kind of like, it's just not as exciting. But it's just important you get the information realistically. So do you guys have any questions?
I'm trying to get out of my office here, so I apologize.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
I'm gonna wrap this up so you can leave too. Any questions?
Not right now. I just did all of this yesterday. So April added me to all the groups. I did check them out briefly. She did tell me that there was the Zoom meeting. So I wanted to make sure I did set my timer to go off at home
Yeah.
15 minutes prior, but I'm still here. So Alexa's going off at home.
You're funny. That's awesome.
But
April or
no,
Chelsea,
this
do you
is-
guys have anything that should be added before we end it?
I don't think so.
Okay. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, that was all. If you guys have questions, don't hesitate to reach out and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Safe travels. Give Mom
Thank
extra
you.
hugs tonight, okay, Munchkin?